Qapla world, it's BirdOPrey5 and welcome to our next Dear Bop responses video. Today is November 2nd, 2019. And if you would like any advice on any topic, no topic is too big or too small, go to BirdOPrey5.com/DearBop. That's DearBop. B as in boy, as in bird o' prey. BirdOPrey5/DearBop, and you can ask your question and I will answer it either on a Dear Bop video such as this or on a Monday or Friday live stream. Generally we do Dear Bops on those streams. So without further ado, let me bring up the first question. Would help if I brought it up. There we go. I got a little different interface than last time here, so bear with me. First question. Dear Bop, my name is Brian, and I have a question regarding men's hairstyles. I'm balding and decided 4 years ago to shave my head completely bald for a cleaner look. I received a lot of positive attention from the women at the time. However, over the last year or so, I've noticed more men with longer hair and women paying less attention to bald-headed men. Are bald-headed men out and long-haired guys in? Could Frank Sinatra have pulled off being bald or having longer hair? Thank you for your eternal wisdom, Brian. Well, welcome, Brian. Thank you. Sassy, you have something to add? Okay, well, Sassy is saying, I just translated. Sassy does not like the bald look on other dogs. But as a human being, we have choices. You were right. If you were going bald, you were absolutely right to shave it all off. That's the best thing you can do. As for the attention you were getting from women at the time, it's not surprising. Women admire bold choices, and shaving your hair is a bold choice, and that will certainly win you some points from the women in your life. And just your confidence, your newfound confidence you had. Women smell confidence. And really, if you have confidence, even if you have no hair, even if you're not the most attractive looking person, even if you're not the richest person, even if you have nothing to really offer them, if you have confidence, that's what women are attracted to most. And I don't even know if they know it, but I know it. So, you were right to cut your hair. However, the unfortunate news is that even at the time, even 20 years ago, even 50 years ago, and even today, if you asked 95% of women, or you asked all women, which would they prefer, everything else equal, a completely bald, shaved head man, or a man with long hair, thick, long hair, almost all would pick the thick, long hair. Now, they might marry go out with a guy who has a shaved head because their personality and their confidence and everything else, makes up for it. The hair is not the end all for women, but women do prefer long hair on men, and just like men tend to prefer long hair on women. Now, as a man, we're kind of lucky. We can it's not as big an issue for women as it seems to be for men. But yeah, they preferred the long hair even 4 years ago. You might not have noticed, but it was true then. It's still true now. Don't worry much about your hair or your lack thereof. You need confidence and everything else. Personality, sense of humor, intelligence, having something in common that you can talk about, patience. Patience is a virtue here. These things will all help. The hair, don't worry about it. You'll be fine. But no, the long hair, all things equal, long hair was always better. That's just, is one of the cards we've been dealt, and I understand it. You understand it now. We'll move on, and life goes on. Don't dwell on it. Number 2. Dear Bop, I need your help. My son's birthday is in a couple of weeks, and I want to give him something special. Unfortunately, I don't have much money to spend. He is a very caring and loving person. I have thought of a few things he might like. A Jeep, a Lego Jeep, an alpaca, another beagle, a trip to Tennessee, a hover chair, skis for his hospital bed, but I am just not sure what he would really want. I know I'll get him a wife. Do you have any idea where they sell them? And do you think he would like one? Please help me. Not signed. Not signed. Well, whoever you are, mysterious person. I also have a birthday in a couple of weeks, and BirdOPrey5 also has trouble getting me things I want from time to time for my birthday. And as I tell BirdOPrey5, I will tell you, it sounds like you're somebody who does more than enough for your son, and the best thing you could do for him is to do something to make yourself happy. I think that's probably what he wants more than any of the things you listed. As for who sells wives, I honestly don't know, but there's this guy, Alexander. He's Canadian, but he's also Russian. He comes on from time to time on my stream, on Anti-Trekker's stream, and apparently he purchased a Muslim Asian wife born in the USSR, and he might have a lead on where you can get some. I honestly don't know. I tried Amazon. I don't see them listed. Now, do not get a real doll. I know that's the big thing going, that certain YouTubers out there have gotten real dolls and they dress them up and they put them in their backgrounds and they make them think, oh, I've got this other person here. No, a real doll just doesn't cut it. Don't waste money on that. Also, don't waste money on a trip to Tennessee. I have it on good authority that the state smells like manure, and well, not all of the state, but a good portion of the state smells like manure, so much that many of the YouTubers from that particular state have chosen a literal piece of poop as their avatar because it's the smell of the state. And I had enough smell of manure when we went to Amish town as a kid in Pennsylvania. I don't think I need to smell more manure. But son of a bitch. How can there be another leaf blower? How is there another leaf blower? That's not our gardener, that's the neighbor's gardener. God damn it! Leaf blowers everywhere. We should outlaw leaf blowers. Anyway, I swear to God, there's another leaf blower outside. Yeah, do something for yourself. Unknown, anonymous person. And I think that would be best. No hover chair. I mean, if you could find a hover chair, sure, that sounds cool. Skis for a hospital bed. I can't imagine that would be useful. A Jeep. Hey, if you could get a Jeep for yourself, that would be great. Lego Jeep. Unfortunately, Lego doesn't own Jeep doesn't give their rights to Lego, so there's no official Lego Jeep. Definitely not an alpaca. An alpaca or another beagle, as cute as those would be, they just sound like more work for you. So I would skip all those. If it was another wife, not another wife, a wife, I mean, I would have to, you would have to make sure that the person in question approved of them You know, they're strict. I'd imagine they would have strict what's those things called? Standards, strict standards on things like basic intelligence and hygiene. However, that would probably be helpful to you. So, I mean, if you could find somebody, it would probably be okay. But there'd probably be something you ask for approval from first before you sign the deal. I hope that helps, anonymous person who's certainly not BirdOPrey5. Okay, onwards. Dear Bop, it's me, Bob. Oh, jeez. I came home yesterday early and found Greg pleasuring himself at the computer. I would not mind, but he was watching your stream. Oh, God. I am not sure how I should feel about that. What would you do? Yours truly, Bob. Bob, I would not have a partner named Greg who would be pleasuring himself to my own stream. So I can't tell you what I would do. I can tell you what you should do, which is nothing. Just go about, live your life. He's just watching a YouTube stream. He's not cheating on you. At least this is not cheating on you. Maybe you should try to be more like the person he was watching, which is me. And maybe he won't need to watch my stream as much. Of course, if he stops watching my stream, I lose a subscriber. That's not good for me. So maybe you guys should turn it into an event for both of you guys. You should both watch my stream together, and then it's not like cheating or anything. You're both there. You're both together. But here's the important part. You want to be watching my stream on 2 separate devices. Okay, so it counts as 2 views. So maybe he can be looking left, you can be looking right, and you guys can both do whatever it is you want to do. You have my stream going. Everybody's happy. That's a win-win-win situation. Greg wins, you win, I win. That's the best possible scenario. So, yeah, you watched my stream while Greg watches my stream. You can be looking at Greg can be looking at my stream, and I can be getting the views. Everybody's happy. Next. Dear Bop, I found on the internet that this month is referred to as No Nut November. But I just bought a few kilos of hazelnuts, walnuts, cashews. So can I eat it, or do I have to wait until December 3/14? You can eat them. You should basically do the opposite of whatever any month is called. It's basically do the opposite of. If you do what a month is called, you're basically just yielding to PC culture. So, like in Black History Month, you should purposely avoid Black History. Look up on Google or Amazon Native American history or Asian history, whatever else you can, anything but Black history. This month, November, is Autism Awareness Month. The best thing you could do is just forget about autism. Not autism, excuse me. I misspoke. It happens. It's not Autism Awareness Month. It's Alzheimer's Awareness Month. Very different disease. Starts with the same letter, so it files it in the same spot in my brain. Forget about Alzheimer's. Just ignore it. That's what you can do for the month of November. That's what you should do, because that fights the patriarchy, right? That fights the man. The man is telling you which month you should worry about Black history, which month you should know nut, which month you should not eat nuts. Jesus Christ. Last year it was No Shave November. That only idiots follow No Shave November. So you'd have to be an idiot to follow No Nut November as well. So yeah, eat those nuts. hazelnuts, walnuts, cashew nuts, any type of nuts. I think Bob and Greg might enjoy some of your nuts too. If you know who they are, you might want to share your nuts with Bob and Greg. And then all of you could watch my stream. I could have 3 viewers instead of just 2. So screw No Nut November. Eat whatever you want to eat. 314. Dear Bop, I am a wonderful congresswoman from New York, and I have the best ideas. Oh, excuse me. I have the best ideas. The world is dying from climate change. I first thought this lady had mental health issues when she said we need to eat babies. But the more I think about it, the better that sounds. Should I fully support that idea? Time is running out. Signed, COA. Well, I highly doubt from your diction and your sentence structure here and your words that you could possibly be a congressperson from the great state of New York. If you expect me to believe that New Yorkers voted in somebody who's barely a high school graduate as a congressperson with clearly not any background in leadership, politics, or the like perhaps, I don't know if you were a waitress or a parking attendant. Not that these things are bad professions. Believe me, I know a lot of people who were waiters and waitresses who made pretty good money as a side job getting through college. And you have to have incredible patience to be a waiter or waitress. I mean, geez, it's not like a bartender. We just have to memorize a few drinks and give people beers. I have some respect for waiters and waitresses, don't get me wrong, in general. Now, some of them are assholes, like all professions. But I'm just saying, this is the wording of somebody who should be working at a restaurant, which is fine, like a McDonald's or a Burger King. And those people help make the world go round. I'm very, very indebted to the people who show up every day at McDonald's and every day at Burger King and Wendy's to make the delicious food that they do make. So I'm not putting it down, but it's clearly that's what I'm reading here. So there is no possible way that you could possibly be a congressperson from New York. I mean, leaders, politicians, a lot of people with law degrees. These are the people that get elected. Now I'm saying that that's right, but these are the people who get elected. Well-educated people, sometimes children of politicians who went to the best schools and were just educated well. These are the people that get elected, Congresswoman, not whatever it is that you've been doing. So stop filling my box with fake crap. Clearly, this is nonsense. Climate change, however, eating babies. Here's the thing. I don't suspect babies taste all that good. You see a turkey, you're like, oh, that's a good turkey. You see a chicken, you're like, oh, I could eat that. You see a cow, and you're already savoring at which parts you could cut out and grill. I see a baby, and I don't see a lot of meat, I'll be honest. It's mostly bones and stringy things. Nobody wants to eat babies. Nobody even wants to hear babies, to be completely honest. So, no, don't eat babies. It's a total waste. The amount of energy that goes into birthing a baby, all the stuff the hospital needs, all the medical equipment, the thousands and tens of thousands of dollars that go into having a baby. It's way, way, way overpriced for meat. You could find a deer in the woods, and it would taste better and be a lot cheaper. So no, I'd have to say we should not be eating babies. That does not sound like. Plus, each of those babies is a potential taxpayer. So it's best that the babies be allowed to grow up so that they can start getting jobs and paying taxes and eating at restaurants so that you can keep your job. COA. But good luck, and yay, if you're in New York, actually in New York, let me know which Burger King or McDonald's you're in, and maybe I'll send Mama Pray to go get a burger or something. Thank you. Well, not really. Don't stop sending fake stuff. So I'm not going to thank you, but stop pretending to be a congressperson. Okay, next. Dear Bop, this is a real advice request. Okay, well that's what they all is supposed to be, real advice requests. This is not a joke, people. I work for a retail store. I recently stopped a shoplifter from taking about $2,000 of items out of fire exit. My store does not have any form of security. Now I've been written up for this and could have been fired if it wasn't for my long service and good record at the store. Travesty. The store's manager's reasoning is that someone else could have been hurt by confronting a shoplifter. I feel like my store is cheap and cowards. What do you think? Stanley. Well, Stanley, it does sound like your store is cowardly. I'm not sure cheap fits, but certainly they're cowards. I agree with you. If you could confront a shoplifter and you saved them $2,000 in stolen merchandise, you should be getting like $1,000 bonus. If it was my store, I'd be rewarding you. I wouldn't be writing you up. That said, if they told you the plan, if they told you what you were supposed to do beforehand, and they said do not confront shoplifters, and you knew beforehand that was not store policy, you were supposed to just let them go, then I think it's stupid of the store, but you probably should have listened. At this point, it sounds like you're okay. I would say don't ever go out on a limb again for this store. They're not worth it. And you could probably help them out, though. It seems like this fire exit probably isn't safe. So one night, while no one's around, if you can, open the fire exit, seal it up, get a whole bunch of packets of crazy glue or JB Weld or whatever you sell there, and gush it in really good, and then push the door closed really tight. Hold it for, 20, 30 minutes with your fingers closed tight, so that door just won't open anymore. And then nobody can go out stealing any merchandise, and that'll keep the store in business longer. Just be extra careful. Make sure there's no fires, because obviously, you seal up a fire door, there's that extra chance of dying in a fire. But I say the risk is worth the reward. So go ahead, shut down that fire door, and then you will save many, many shoplifters. You'll prevent many, many shopliftings in the future, and you won't get written up for it. Stanley. Oh, Mama Pray is raising her hand. Okay, Mama Pray would request the name, the address of the store before you seal up that fire door, because she still has yet to do Christmas shopping, and she would just, she'd like to know this. She wants to know this store to avoid spending money there, because they treated you so poorly, Stanley. That's why she wants the address. So please, if you hear this, Stanley, let us know so Mama Pray can avoid the store. Of course, if the store is not in or near New York, then Mama Pray won't see it anyway. But This could be anywhere in the world, so I don't know. Next. Dear Bop, why do you love Beagle Bites so much? Thank you, BirdOPrey5. Okay. First of all, I know it's not Sassy. Sassy doesn't sign her name BirdOPrey5. That's just something I call her on the stream, so you guys don't know her real name. I do not love Beagle Bites. Beagle Bites don't exist. Beagle Bites are fake news. Hashtag fake news. Just forget you've ever heard of Beagle Bites. And also this isn't Sassy. So, for shame, whoever's pretending to be BirdOPrey5. I can see through you. I know you're not really sassy. Next. Dear Bop, my friend doesn't know the most well-known songs ever made, but thinks his songs he likes are the best. How can I explain to him that his songs are great, but there are other good songs out there? Also, he can't sing. Thanks a lot, Freddie. Freddie, it depends on what your friend thinks are the best songs. Now, if your friend thinks the best songs are by like Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Tony Bennett, Billy Joel, some 80s bands, some classic rock, so some things like that, some things that are all over the map, he's probably right. Those probably are the best songs. Now, are there other songs, great songs out there he has never heard? I'm sure he acknowledges it, as I acknowledge that there are great songs out there I've yet to hear. However, the thing is, you'd probably have to listen to so much crap by the time you found a truly great song. Is it worth it? I doubt it. I mean, I know I personally have more music than I could ever listen to. That I would say it's already great stuff. By the time I've, listened to it all in a loop, I would be ready to listen to it all again in a loop. So, do I need more music? No. Does your friend need more new music? I don't know, but I'd suspect not. As for him not being able to sing, that really sounds like your problem, not his. I hope that helps, Freddie. Dear Bop, I have a problem. Well, I have a solution, so good you wrote. Everyone I know keeps repeating this lie about Frank Sinatra being romantically involved with Freddie Mercury. What a horrible lie. Freddie would never date anyone below him in musical talent. Who can I stop these lies about Freddie? Okay. First off, no. Frank Sinatra far exceeds Freddie Mercury in musical talent. So don't give me some bull crap that Freddie Mercury was better than Frank Sinatra. Objectively, it simply isn't true. However, you are absolutely right. There are total lies about Frank Sinatra being romantically involved with Freddie Mercury. It is fake news, and just ignore it. Ignore these people. The more you complain about it, the more they'll come at you. Don't let them find out how much it bothers you. Just ignore it as fake news, and it will go away eventually. Don't even acknowledge it anymore. Don't read anybody's comments who mention Frank Sinatra and Freddie Mercury ever again. That's the best thing you can do. Dear Bop, I think you are fake. You are not licensed to give any advice to anyone. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't exist. You are just a figment of my imagination. You can't hurt me. You can hurt me. You are not real. Soylent is people. Signed, Thorn. Thorn, I am real. I am licensed. I'm licensed by the Karoga Department of Licensing People for various things. I am licensed to give advice to everyone. or anyone. I do know what I'm talking about. I do exist. I am not a figment of your imagination, but I think you're right. I probably can't hurt you because you're not within, a couple of feet of me. So, let's see. I think you're fake. That's 1 bad. You are not licensed to give advice to anyone. That's 2 bad, 2 wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. That's 3 wrong. You don't exist. That's 4 wrong. You are a figment of my imagination. That's 5 wrong. You can't hurt me. That's right. So 5 wrong, 1 right. You can't hurt me again. That's still 5 wrong, 1 right. You just repeated something. You're not real. Okay, so that's 6 wrong, 1 right. And Soylent is people, which I have no confirmation of. So we'll treat that as 6 wrong, 1 right, and 1 maybe. My advice to you is to stop being so wrong. Stop being so wrong about everything. Just in this one statement, you're 6 to 1. 6 to 1 in the wrong. So the best advice that would easily make you right 6 times for every 1 time you're wrong is every time you want to type or you want to say something, say the opposite, and you'll be right almost all the time. So it's actually an easy fix. Being wrong just as much as you are, it's so easy to fix. You just say the opposite, and you'll be right almost all the time. So it's a pretty easy fix. I'm actually kind of jealous. All your problems can be so easily fixed. Thorn. So I hope that helps. As for Soylent being people, whether it's people or it's soy, I wouldn't eat it or drink it in either case. So just avoid Soylent. You'll be fine. Looks like we got 2 more. Dear Bop, will you help me? I have a secret crush on my neighbor. He is not a strong or well-to-do man, but I do know he has a heart of gold. He loves his mother dearly and treats her well. That's all I want, a loving person. My problem is that I am too scared to approach him and tell him how I feel. If only I had a way to send a clue without him knowing it was me. By the way, I love your new Dear Bop segment. Sincerely, a bird lover. Well, bird lover, here's what you should do. You should take off your pants, take off your underwear, look in the mirror. Do you see any things protruding? If you see things protruding, you should never say anything and just go about your life. If there's nothing protruding, you should probably send the person, your neighbor, since you said it's a he, I'm assuming it's a male. You should just send them a Discord message and say, hey, I'm digging you. Let's do something sometime. And, you'll see what happens. You'll see what happens. But if you see something protruding when you look in that mirror, just don't ever bring it up again. So it's all good. Just keep viewing, but don't bring it up. So I hope that helps, bird lover. Final one. Dear Bop, I followed your advice. Last night I left cookies and milk on my porch for so-and-so Joe. Oh, so-and-so Joe. For those who don't know, we heard about so-and-so Joe last night as I gave advice. So-and-so Joe is kind of the middle guy between Krampus and Santa Claus. If you weren't bad enough for Krampus to visit you, but you weren't good enough for Santa to visit you, so-and-so Joe comes by on his magic flying hospital bed, and he leaves you so-and-so gifts. Nothing too interesting. He's the one who leaves, lightly used socks and like a half-open bottle of water. Nothing that's not been spit in or anything. It's perfectly palatable water, but it's already half open. And who wants a half open bottle of water? So it's so-and-so. It's not terrible things. He doesn't devour your soul. He doesn't loot your house, right? He doesn't attack you. But he's not leaving you new cars or new video game systems. He's giving you so-and-so stuff. Stuff you might find at a thrift store type, but like a bad thrift store. Like a thrift store that only sold the crappiest of crap. So-and-so Joe apparently came by. He says, okay, so he left cookies and milk on his porch for so-and-so Joe. This morning they were gone, and apparently he left me a family of raccoons. So-and-so Joe is real. I guess I should be grateful that they weren't alpacas. I hear they can be mean. Signed, Cookieless in Columbus, Ohio. Cookieless in Columbus, Ohio. Truth be told, alpacas are actually not mean. Llamas are mean. Alpacas are very friendly animals. Had you been visited by Santa, you might have got alpacas. But so-and-so Joe, he'll leave raccoons. Now, people say, oh, raccoons, they're pests. They're violent. They bite and they cause rabies. And that all may be true. But raccoons are pretty interesting to watch. So go make yourself that you're behind a pretty strong, screen, or maybe double up 2 or 3 screens or a glass window, something the raccoons can't get into, and just watch them toil in your garden and rip open your garbage cans and try to chew their way through your house's foundation. Hopefully that they get scared off before they make it through. But it'll be fun to watch them for a few hours, and they'll scatter and leave after a while, and they'll just return to have babies, because raccoons are like the salmon of the land. They're called. They always return to their spawning ground to have their babies. So they'll be back in a few weeks to have their babies, and then the cycle will repeat. So really, so-and-so Joe gave you, he gave you a gift that keeps on giving. Raccoon babies. I hope you enjoy it. Let's see, are we getting a call from somebody who needs advice? I'll pick up. Hello? Yes, this is Dear Bop. I don't take collect calls, but who's it from? Anonymous tracker. How do you get my number? Okay, you can put anonymous tracker through. Hello, anonymous tracker. Are you using a voice changer? You're clearly using a voice changer. That's okay. It's fine. You know what? It's fine. It's supposed to be anonymous. That's fine. You don't want your phone number to come up. That's fine. What's your problem? I gotta go. What's your problem, anonymous tracker? I see. You don't say. Really? That's awful. She does. He did. She did. He did. They are. Aw, poor doggy. Well, no, okay. So I'm happen to be recording a video just this second. So let me tell the people what's going on so that my advice makes sense. No, I won't tell them your real name. I don't know your real name, so I won't tell them your real name. Okay. So anonymous tracker's on the phone, and he just called to say that Mrs. Anonymous Tracker left him a note in the middle of the night that says, "Dear Anonymous Tracker, I'm off I'm leaving you forever. I'm off to visit a hot doctor with a hotter voice in the United Kingdom. I want you to take care of the kids, and I've taken one of the dogs with me, and the dog I left is yours, and don't ever call me again. Your loving wife, I'm sorry, I won't use her name, but your loving wife, Mrs. Anonymous Tracker. And he's asking, what should he do? Well, since she signed it, your loving wife, I'm thinking she is probably having mixed feelings, right? Am I right to assume that the last few months have been, let's say, hard on your marriage? I am. Okay. Yeah. So it's fair to say that you haven't been able to fulfill your husbandly duties. Yes, that's exactly what I meant. Okay. No, you can't. You weren't able to. Well, it's only normal for a woman of your wife's age and beauty to start looking at other guys, younger guys, perhaps, more guys with sexier voices, and better YouTube channels. To be honest, I mean, yeah, you might have more YouTube subscribers than, say, this sexy doctor guy. No, I'm not saying he's sexy. I'm saying she's saying he's sexy. And to be honest, I think you said he was sexy too. At least you said in your message to me last. Yes. So she thinks he's sexy. You think he's sexier. I'm not surprised. I mean, that's just natural ability. I mean, a lot of people, guys are always the ones that claim to be after sex, but the truth is women might enjoy sex, just as much as guys, but society has told them they're the ones that are supposed to play hard to get. And they do, most of them, for the first 20, 30 years of their life. But at some point they realize, why am I playing hard to get? I want this too. And then, the tides turn and everything goes to crap. Cats and dogs living together. I'm sorry. What? Oh, I don't know what I was talking about. You're right. You know what they say, a wife is like a bird. She's not yours, but leave the door open, and if she comes back, then she's yours. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yes, I want you to leave your door open to your home, meaning do not lock it, leave it ajar slightly, and, if you're lucky, she'll come back in. Maybe in a few days, a week, a couple of weeks, she might have a musk on her of an unfamiliar man, but maybe she'll get her fill. No, I actually was being literal. She'll get her fill, her literal fill. That's what I meant. And she'll come back, and she'll get into bed, and the next morning you'll continue like nothing ever happened. No, you're not allowed to have women over while she's out. If you have women over while she's out, she will smell the women in the home, and she'll likely become very violent upon returning. I'm sorry, it's not fair. I understand. Don't cry. Don't cry, Anonymous Tracker. Don't you have kids? Don't you have a kid in your home? An adult child? Yeah, well, tell him to come on up here and tell him to just smack you around a little bit till you stop crying. No, he'll do it. Tell him it's just a rite of passage that everybody, when they get to your age and they start crying, they need to get their face beat up a little bit. Your son has the same accent as the person your wife went to visit? Huh. That is interesting. Well, I still say you're going to have to let him beat the crap out of you a little bit. Leave the door open and let me know in a couple of weeks if Mrs. Anonymous Tracker has come back from Europe. I think she will. I think I think this is just like a fling for her. I don't think it's true love. I have nothing to base that on. I was trying to be nice. Well, screw you too, buddy. No, you know what? Nobody's screwing you because your wife's going to be in the UK. So yeah, have fun. Yeah, call me. Call me when she comes back. I'm going to tell her not to come back. Yeah, I can. I do have her number. You gave it to me, you remember? Yeah. Uh-huh. In fact, you know what? She told me she was going. How do you like them apples? Screw you. No, Freddie Mercury does. No, fuck you. Excuse me. I'm going to have to bleep that. You son of a bitch. Bye. God damn it. Triggered me. Anyway, guys, if you need help, go to BirdOPrey5.com. Dear Bop. That's DearBop. Capital, lowercase. Doesn't really matter. Or just go to BirdOPrey5.com and click on the Dear Bop link. And you can get answers to your questions, answers to your, get advice for your life issues on either another video or a next live stream. Enjoy your day and Qapla. And I'll run the credits. Thank you all for watching my video. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon. Without it, you won't get notifications of new videos. Check out BirdOPrey5.com, the new home of everything BirdOPrey5 on the web. You can also check out my forum at juot.net. I'm also on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, and Gab. If you'd like to make a donation, check out paypal.me/BirdOPrey5 or on BirdOPrey5.com. Take care.